This is what I don't understand, okay? I don't understand how men try to go after a baddie, quote unquote, try to date a baddie, and then be mad that while in the relationship, she continues to be a baddie. I don't get that. You chose her because she was a baddie, right? But now all of a sudden she's supposed to be invisible to other men around, and you're mad at her because she's cute? You're mad at her because other men are trying to talk to her? It's your insecurities.
Whoa, calmada, bonita. Let me add my spin to this, because I feel like a lot of women like to paint the narrative as you guys are sweet little perfection. And I don't mean this to be mean or rude. It's just, let's look at the bigger picture. We understand that there's good-looking men and good-looking women, and this can go vice versa. I'm just going to say that now. If you are to get with somebody who's a 10 all around, it doesn't stop people from wanting that. Just because you cuff that, it makes people want that person 10 times more. I don't know what it is about people, but everybody loves to mess with people in relationships. We all know this. But you know what's the one thing y'all don't talk about? But do you know what y'all don't talk about? Y'all don't talk about how the baddie acts like a baddie the entire time and doesn't change her ways. Now, let me give you an example. There's nothing wrong with being a beautiful queen. There's nothing wrong with wearing certain outfits if that's okay with your partner and you've discussed this. I always say this. You need to discuss boundaries, what's okay and what's not okay, before you guys even think about cuffing one another, because otherwise it's pointless. You're going to just fight tooth and nail the entire time over what? You feeling some type of way? So talk about it before. Anyway, a lot of you women will still do the same things. You should not be answering DMs. You should not be reaching out to men. You should not be liking a whole bunch of guys' things. Like for me, if I was to be in a relationship now as being a social media influencer, a lot of the things that I used to do, I can no longer do. Does that make sense? But a lot of people don't understand that people want to be in relationships and act like if they're still single. It doesn't work that way. I always say this, if you're not ready to compromise and understand somebody else's feelings are involved in this, don't even start it. So you can be a baddie and be alone. Now, I'm not going to sit here and be one-sided. And the reason why is because I'm an actual influencer. So my life is not the same as a lot of other people. So I can explain to you. If you're a man or a woman and you've never been with a social media influencer and you are not a social media influencer, I advise you to do your research, pay attention, and make sure this is something you can handle. The reason why I say that is because when you're with this person, their phone's going to be going off a lot. And you're going to see rappers, ball players, models, whatever in their DMs. And it's going to make you feel insecure. I don't care what anybody says. You can act as secure as possible. When you see a MMA fighter or somebody that you adored in their DMs, you will feel some type of way. And I'm only trying to help you guys out to save your own booty. With that being said, the likes, the comments, can you handle stuff like that? When they go out in public and they're getting approached by the opposite gender, can you handle stuff like this? The reason why I say that is because to tell somebody to stop doing certain things, that's how they make their money. So why would you get with somebody trying to change their whole life when in all reality, you shouldn't even be involved in that if you can't handle it? Let me give you another example because you probably think I'm dragging it. Women will say they want a gentleman, right? They say they want a sweet guy who's nice, all that. All right. But when he's holding the doors open for everybody, when he's saying thank you, when he's nice to a whole bunch of women, when he's sweet and compliments everybody, now it's pulling teeth. Now it's you shouldn't be doing that. Why are you being nice to her? Why are you this? You see what I mean? People ask for things or go and try to date people that they have no business dating those type of people. You see what I mean? So make sure before you date a baddie or an influencer or anybody of high status that you can handle it. I always say this, you guys, because it's a whole different ball game. And the reason why a lot of people don't understand it is because they're not influencers. They expect you stop doing this, stop doing that. Pay attention to what they're doing. Do they collab with others? Do they collab with men? Do they have to talk to people? You know what I mean? Are they in debates? Are they on podcasts? If that's going to be an issue that she's around men or he's around women, I don't think you should even dip and dabble in that. But that's why I'm saying, y'all, please do your research before you get with any influencer, any gym rat, anything like that that's an influencer. Because when they post certain things, you're not going to like it. But that's how they make their money. So I don't know, guys. I look at it from a business standpoint. And I'm going to be real with you. I see why a lot of people that become higher status don't really date outside of that. I can see why they date other influencers or baddies date baddie men. I see that. And I could see why, because a lot of people who aren't in that realm, they'll never understand it. And they'll think that you're attention seeking, all that. But as far as like going out of your way to answer DMs that are not business inquiries, all right, you're dragging it. And you're definitely being a little bit sneaky, because you wouldn't want your partner doing that. So